It's on. A very good evening, everybody. This is Gulf Harbour Radio, ZMH 286, Patricia and David. And we have, no boats are out at the moment that we know of because Callisti has arrived in Opua. Very thankful to get in, I would imagine. The weather in New Zealand is, down south you wouldn't want to be. There's still thousands of people without power in the deep south of the South Island. Snow in some places, believe it or not, so not very good for the newborn livestock. Wellington has got 140 kilometre per hour winds, so the airport is closed. Actually, it's not totally closed. There's the odd one managing to get in, but it's very murky and wet down there. We have, believe it or not, got better weather up here until midnight. We have at the moment 10 knots of northerly wind because we're quite protected from the north here at Gulf Harbour. 1002 on the bar, 18 degrees. It's dropping quite quickly actually. It was up to 22 today. I was out walking. 100% cloud cover. So we'll get it in the middle of the night and wake up to the gardens all freshly watered. So that will be quite good. We've got a hello here on the streaming from Y2K, and they've had a much better day, nice and pleasant in New Caledonia. Some clouds, but it was a sunny day, and they are anchored in Bay de Mar. 30 degrees. Wow, boy, that would be rather nice.
30's too hot.
30's too hot for you? Oh, well. Bay de Mar it is, yes. Right, so we have, I think I'll ask for, I might just pass the microphone because we have an awful lot of people, and I'll hopefully talk to Mary in Minerva shortly. But we know that there is a lot of people around. We know there's a couple of people in Fiji wanting to come south to New Zealand. So let's go straight into looking at the update for possible passages. Here's David.
Boy, well, good evening to our listeners. Well, there's a lot of action in the Southwest Pacific today with the help of the NJO. New Zealand is in for it again, as Patricia mentioned, as another depression attacks the country. By Tuesday, the depression literally covers us, all of us. I can count 3 fronts and 4 troughs, and winds up to 40 knots in gusts, a little bit higher when you get into the valleys here in New Zealand. The system will move fairly quickly, though. By the 29th, it's an incredible 962 millibar.
Wow.
962 millibar center, located east of New Zealand, and it'll be way out at 50 south, 50 south, and 160 west, 160 west. Our recent high continues to move east, and it retains its pressure, 1031 millibar, 1031 millibar, located around 35 south and 140 west, 140 west. But its ridge extends all the way to southern Tonga and Fiji and onward, bringing warm, quite moist air as northeasterlies, which are going to cause a trough with cloudy conditions and scattered showers today and tomorrow up in that area. So the forecast for Tonga today is east to northeast winds 10 to 20 knots, while northeast 10 to 15 for the Minervas. The winds will pick up a little bit tomorrow. For the Hapais and Tongatapu, we'll be looking at east 10 to 20, gusting to 25. But Minerva shows relatively light air east to northeast around 10 knots. And for Fiji, the trough that I mentioned is slow moving over the country, and it's bringing cloud and showers with easterlies today and tomorrow, possibly 15 to 20 knots. Now, planning to leave Minerva or Fiji now is possibly something to reflect on, as Saturday the 1st through Monday the 30th, the 3rd, the 1st through Monday the 3rd, yes, you'll hit the remnants of our depression's cold front, and leaving around the 1st of November is quite a possibility for the Minervans, but be aware that a trough is going to lie midway. So other than just getting wet in this, the winds really don't have much of a punch at its axis, but it does pick up on the other side. For the Fiji folks and Tonga Tapu folks arriving on the 5th, this is arriving New Zealand, on the 5th, I see north-northeast winds near New Zealand and on New Zealand, fresh, gusting 25 to 30, and a new trough that's actually coming from a developing subtropical depression, which we estimate centered at 25 south and 176 east. So the 5th should be your ETA should you decide to leave. Now the weather through the 10th of November is highly convective. Again, the MJO is very active, so that is probably one of the main reasons that we're seeing this activity. If you don't leave soon, I would skip further plans for quite some time, unless you're brave or you're lucky. Now, the models, they certainly are changing quickly, so stay tuned. Now, the next very large high will lie in the Australian Bight by the 10th, and when it arrives in the Tasman, now that could be a possible passage window. So we will have to wait and see on that. So we'll take another look tomorrow to see what has changed. Looking at satellite imagery now, I see a lot of cloud virtually everywhere. So it's proof pudding that things are active. So with that, I'll pass it over to the chief, who had a big walk today. How many kilometers?
16.
16? 16. Okay, here she is.
Yes, it was going to be more, except we looked at the radar picture and decided that we would best head for the bus. Okay, we've got a report from Pura Vida, who left today from Savu Savu. They are currently at 17931 south and 17931 east, 171711 south, on a course of 145 true at 5.7. The wind is east-southeast. They had to motor into a southerly till they cleared the land, and now the wind has come up a bit from the east, so they'll be sailing from now to North Minerva to meet the merry band there, unless they all decide to take off. Oh, and Max, while I'm talking to Mary and Minerva, he was wondering about New Caledonia to Australia, so you'll probably have to have a look at that one too, but that's a few days away for them. All right, let's see what the Minervans have got, and I'm sure it's better weather than we're looking out on at the moment. Beyond the seas, Gulf Harbour Radio. Yeah, I don't know where the seas came from. David says the stars. Yeah, I'm a bit tired. Mary, are you on frequency? Oh, hang on. They were having a big gathering tonight, so I suspect that no one from Minerva is on the radio. Anyone from Minerva on the air at the moment, please call. There she is. Sorry about that, Mary. I am a little tired, and I also had a crash and burn today on concrete, so that hasn't helped the old body. So what's it been like today, over?
It's been a beautiful day here today. We got 32 boats. We just had a fun raft up over at Trinidad. A bunch of us went out to snorkel on the path today, and it's just been great. It's about 6 knots of wind right now. But I did want to say that a lot of us talked about leaving on Wednesday or Thursday.
Okay, we'll have a look. David we'll look at it's more the arrival time that's the important one. So just check out that you can get in before the
It's the 5th. So
the
that
5th.
doesn't leave much time.
No, that doesn't leave much time to get there. But if you're a fast boat, as long as you get in by the 5th, or is it on the 5th or by the 5th?
Yeah.
Then that should be fine. But that's the crucial date, is to get there by 5th of November. I didn't quite catch the number of boats that you added up in Minerva at the moment. What was the total? Beyond the Stars, I seem to have lost Mary a little bit. I did not catch, because there's a bit of static on with the weather at the moment. Beyond the Stars, could you just repeat the number of boats at Minerva, over?
Yes, it is 32.
32. Okay, all right. Thank you for that. Yes, we've and a couple more coming. So that's good. All right. Well, it does sound. I was talking to someone today, another yachty's on my walk, and they can't believe how many days of beautiful weather you've had up there, because, as I've mentioned before, some of our experiences waiting at Minerva have not been so pleasant. Well, I'm glad you all enjoyed the raft up, and I bet there was a bit of seafood eaten, given the ease of getting fish going through the pass, which I'm sure you will all remember when you leave Minerva, but I hope you don't all try and leave at once. Okay, so I'll just get the microphone back to David to confirm the arrival and the reason why.
Well, no, as I said, the 5th, the way we're looking at it now, and that can change because it has been changing. So there's the depression that's forming to the north, and that is developing a trough which heads down to and covers New Zealand. So that, from what I could see, is going to be the 5th. So you're going to have a lot of wind, good direction out of the northeast. Depends on basically the route you take, but I would suspect you'd be getting northeast winds. Yeah, so that's the reason for trying to get in before that, if you can. Over.
Okay, that's got her silent and thinking, or thinking and silent. Okay, Mary, thanks for the report there. Is there anybody wanting to ask anything further or make a comment? Please call now. Soy Libre, good evening, Andy. And I presume you guys are looking at getting going. Can you guys get in by the 5th? Over?
Yeah, Jerry and I are pretty waiting tomorrow. It's still less general, but we're still inside the reef, and we'll be exiting pretty soon.
Yeah, I'm having a bit of a struggle with your signal there, but I take it that you are going to be, that you have checked out and are leaving in the morning. Do I understand that correctly, over?
Well, we're leaving right now. We're headed to New Zealand, Opua, and we're still inside the reef here on the beach. Relay?
Yeah, Barry, I've got full copy on him, but I take it that you are on your way now, so your signal is pretty good. And if you could just confirm everything on what your ETA in New Zealand will be, all going well, over.
Yeah, Roger, Trish. Yeah, we're underway. We're going to be leaving or going through the Navula Passage, the Navula Pass here probably in another hour and a half or so. And yeah, ETA, we're looking at probably the 5th. If everything goes well, the 5th might be as late as the 6th, but we're shooting for the 5th. Over.
Roger that. Well, you're going to have to pay good attention to sail plans and and the pedal to the metal. But we'll be updating. David will be updating.
And all this could change.
As he says, all this could change anyway. So he will be updating every day. So have a good trip, you two, and we'll talk again tomorrow. What's your current wind, over?
Yeah, current wind, let's see, I have got 7.7 knots, true, coming from, 5 degrees true.
Okay, so northerly at the moment. So, all right, we'll make good use of it, and you'll be through the pass and on your way tonight. Well, it should be still daylight up there at this time in an hour and a half or so. So leave you to it. You'll be wanting to pay attention to what's going on outside. Thanks, Barry, and thanks, Andy. So we'll clear with Soy Libre and Mackay, who are on their way from dinner hour. Is there anybody else? No, lots of snap, crackle, and pop with the weather systems down here. And we'll talk to you, Max, probably on, David will have another look, but I think you were not planning to go until November. Can you just confirm that you're still not going to be leaving until November 1st? Is that correct, Max, on Y2K? Over. Yep. Well, yes, please, and yes, waiting. So I'm assuming that you're still looking at November the 1st. So
where in Australia are they going?
They're going to Bundaberg in Australia. So David will have a look at that. Still a few days away to look at that one. Things are sort of very changeable at the moment, which makes life a little bit difficult for forecasting accurately.
When are they leaving?
They were looking at November the 1st, so we'll we can get on to that one tomorrow. Okay. It seems something changed for the MJO. They're looking at the MJO. MJO is a bit active at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. That's about it. I don't hear anybody else, and nobody's coming through on streaming apart from Y2K and Pura Vida. So we will love and leave you and see what's happening tomorrow. This is Gulf Harbour Radio, and we will be clear. If you want the frequency, it's all yours.